Hi guys! I'm so excited to be here in the set of Aggie Now today. Now unfortunately, I must deliver some funky news on my first day. Faya Salu, a black alumni, was in the 24-hour study room when the police came to arrest him because somebody had notified the cops. He argued that they had used unnecessary force, but the cops claimed that he refused to cooperate.
And I think what's interesting about this case is that the investigation is being done by an investigator through the Office of Compliance, which isn't directly affiliated with the police. So what that means is that this investigation can be done freely and in a more truthful manner.
These things, unfortunately, are still happening, and it's a very interesting case, and I think it should be brought to everyone's attention that this needs to stop.
Yeah.
Because we've had 3 hate crimes in the past month or so.
Yeah.
So it's
and
definitely
the most recent hate crime about the vandalism that happened at the colleges of Uluru. 11 vehicles were slashed, 5 were scratched, and there were a lot of religious slurs that were anti-Semitic that were actually, put on the vehicles as well. So again, Chancellor Katehi released another letter saying that, our community promotes tolerance and respect, but where are we on that? I feel like it's been a really, really tough month in terms of the type of hate crimes we've been receiving on campus. And that's a big deal.
Going back to the 24-hour study room incident, we don't even know what he was doing there, if he was making noise, or we don't really know the exact reasons why he got notified, they were notified. So, anyway, why guys? Why can't we just live in peace and love?
Last week, Red Zone began its It's on Us, a national sexual assault awareness campaign. It brings awareness to what sexual assault is, how to identify it, how to prevent it, and where to find resources and support for it. And unfortunately, Davis was ranked 5th nationwide in reported cases of sexual assault crimes. I did some personal research because I did not know what Red Zone meant, and it is approximately the period of time between Labor Day and Thanksgiving, approximately the first 6 weeks of college, where sexual assault is most prevalent. But don't worry, Davis is on its way to combat sexual assault with this campaign. And so, if you want to have more information, please visit the official website, itsonus.org, where you can take the pledge to help keep women and men safe from sexual assault.
Alright, y'all, Aggie Now just got a whole lot cooler because we have our first official guest. Joining us today is our newest ASUCD Senator, Kamaal Thomas.
Thank you for welcoming me to the show. So I'm from Southern California, a small city called Fontana.
That's awesome. We're actually neighbors. I actually am from Riverside. So
Okay, I'm actually from Riverside. Okay.
Nice.
So I'm currently studying international relations and Chinese, currently a senior as well. I was appointed for the ASUCD Senate position while not elected, so I had to go through a rigorous 3-stage selection process in which I competed with 23 other students for the position. So one of the things that I was most passionate about working on is trying to, increase students' participation and representation throughout the University of California. One of my top platforms is working on minority student retention. So over the course of the past 5 years, we've seen that minority students have a 7% rate of dismissal, while the university as a whole has less than 1%. And so we're talking about over 20 times the number of minority students being dismissed each school year. So that's one of the things that I'll be working on throughout the school year. Additionally, I'll be working on sexual harassment and assault prevention education. In 2014, we saw reported 23 cases of sexual offenses, while it has been estimated to actually have about 48 cases. So I'm working on trying to decrease that number to 0 by the end of the school year.
Now, following up on Kamaal's point, some new recent developments happening in ASUCD include, according from a recent article from California Aggie, Senator Pro Tempore Alex Lee was replaced by Senator Casey Nguyen during last Thursday's Senate meeting. So this is a really big deal because Alex was just re-elected Pro Tempore, and this is the first time that a Pro Tempore has been removed mid-quarter in the entire ASUCD history. So we're looking into further development on this situation.
So I heard sports had a big weekend. Riley, take it away.
We we had a great weekend. So Davis picked up its first win of the season and its 500th win in our football program history. So it was a big day. It was our homecoming game, and we beat Northern Arizona 38-24. So great win for us. Next week we play Northern Colorado in Colorado, and then the following week we have another home game. Miguel, will you be there?
Yes. So, well, this time around, you know, I went to my first homecoming game this time, and
Your
I
first
actually,
football game of your life.
yeah, my first football game, even at UC Davis, and I ended up being the on-field announcer. So I got a call like 4 hours before the actual homecoming for kickoff, right? And Riley called and was like, "Hey, do you mind being public announcer today?" So I had the time of my life. So huge shout out to the sports teams and actually just to the athletic department here on campus, because y'all put on a really, really amazing program for all the people that were there, and I had a really good time. So, and we won. So
We won. I
I don't
know. So
know.
Miguel saw his
Were-
first football game,
were we
his
lucky
first
charms
win.
this week?
I
I'm not-
literally
I'm not
gave
so
him
sure.
a microphone and a script
And
an
we ran
hour
with it.
before the game started,
Yeah.
and he crushed it. About following the game, though, women's volleyball picked up its 4th consecutive win. They beat Fullerton, so that's after a sweep to Santa Barbara, and they swept Fullerton 3-0. So that's 4 straight wins for them, and then they move to Hawaii today, where they play in Honolulu. So pretty rough commute, but I think they'll manage that one. Yeah, so they play tonight, hopefully picking up that 5th straight win.
Well, that concludes another episode of Aggie Now. I'm Miguel Bagsit.
I'm Riley Applewhite.
I'm Tanya Josephine.
And I'm Nika Magahis.
And I'm Kamaal Thomas.
Thank you for watching this week's episode. See you guys next time.
Hi guys, thanks for watching this episode of Aggie Now. For more of me, like it and subscribe.